Hi, everybody. So I'd like to start. Welcome to Koi Talk. And my name is Taro Kodama. And from Kodama Koi Farm, I'll be the presenter today. And I also have Braden from my team today, and he's going to do a second part of this presentation. So Braden, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Braden Goto, and I am the digital marketing specialist here at Kodama Koi Farm.
Thank you, Braden. So in the past, we've been at the Koi Talk, we've been featuring many famous koi breeders like Dainichi Koi Farm, Isa Koi Farm, Shinoda Koi Farm, Kanno Koi Farm, or Sekiguchi Koi Farm. But I realized that we haven't really talked about us yet. We haven't really introduced our Kodama Koi Farm yet. So today's Koi Talk, I would like to talk about ourselves, the history of this family business, and what we offer as a koi dealer, what we can do to make your koi hobby even more enjoyable. So this is going to be what we're going to talk about today. First, it's going to be about the history of our company, Kodama Koi Farm. We'll show you our operation of Kodama Koi Farm and the mission of our company. And then, we'll show you what kind of product and services we offer. And for the second part, Brady is going to show us how to make the best use of kodamakoifarm.com. And of course, if you have any questions, I believe everybody knows how to use the chat box. Please leave all the any questions to the chat box so that I will have time for question and answer at the very end, and then I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. Okay, so let's talk about the history of Kodama Koi Farm. You can see the name Miyoshike. This is actually the name of the company my father started when he was in Japan. So in Japan, we are still known as Miyoshike. This means 3 good ponds in Japan. And if you look at this map, you can see Tokyo here, and you can see Niigata here, the north of Tokyo, the other side of Japan. You can see Niigata. So this is the mecca of Japanese koi. So I'm not sure if you ever been to Japan for koi, but if you if you go to Japan to buy koi, this is a place to go. And hopefully everything's gonna be done by this fall, and so that I can organize another koi tour this October. Then hopefully some of you can join us. And where we are from is, can you see here Nagoya, west of Tokyo? This is where I am from, and this is where my father founded his first company. And then if you look at this picture on the very left, this gentleman on the very left, this is my father. And if you see the pictures down below, this is I still remember I was really small, but this is one of the first billboard of my father's company. It says Miyoshike and it says koi. Anyway, so my father started this business in 1967, a few years before I was born. Before then, he was actually working for a local freshwater station. He was working there as a researcher. So one of the first assignment one time he told me is that because at the time koi started getting very popular in Japan. So one of the first assignment he got was to study the relationship between the feeding and also the fish weight. How much feed is going to grow, those koi for how long, what the size. So, and he said that it was, those varieties. So that's kind of how he started his careers. And then he quit the job and he started his own business. At the time, it was not just koi. He was more into aquaculture. He was dealing with eels. He was selling sweet fish. he was mostly aquaculture fish for the food, but one of them was ornamental fish, which is koi. So he has so many products to carry. He was delivering those fish to the restaurants and garden centers, those places. And at the very end, he decided to just focus on koi. One time I did ask him why he picked koi, when he has so many different products to pick. And he told me that he thought it was interesting. Koi was interesting because the value of the koi depends on the size, depends on the beauty of the koi. When other products, other aquaculture fish, eels, sweet fish, it goes by the pound. The price depends on the pound of the fish. So even though it is true, as you know, even though it is like 6, 7, 8 inches koi, can be easily more expensive than 20, 24 inches koi because we value the koi based on the beauty, not the pound. And then, after he focused on just koi, he became pretty famous. He became one of the top koi dealers in Japan. He has won grand champion at the All Japan Koi Show 5 times. At the time, nobody was able to win the grand champion this many. You can see those grand champion winners that he did. This is Kohaku, this is Dayano Kamen, this one is Lauren. I'm just mentioning the nickname. So these are some of the grand champion koi that he handled as a dealer. And he became a very famous koi dealer, and he kind of decided to go into a breeding business. And he was a little bit different koi business person from the others. Instead of starting the koi breeding business in Japan, he started the joint venture in Taiwan in 1990. Actually, there was some company in Taiwan wanted to start breeding. At the time, koi was start becoming very popular in Taiwan, and he has so many good customers over there. So one of the customers wanted to do a joint venture with him. So what he did was basically he flew over to Taiwan and he offered many high quality Japanese koi as a parent stock. And then he taught them how to breed, how to cull koi, how to raise koi. So that was what he did. And then I guess teaching was not enough for him. He really wanted to start his own. So he found a place in Okinawa. And we launched a breeding division of Miyoshike, our Japanese company, by himself in Okinawa. That was 1992. And as a matter of fact, he did 10 years, but I think we did about 10 years, and we gave up actually on this breeding business. And I have to say that with this breeding business went okay. I should say that this division really failed. We lost a lot of money by doing that. However, we earned a very valuable experiences. And Taiwan, Okinawa, they are all located in tropical areas. So that's where he got the ideas that we can still raise high quality Japanese koi. At the time, Niigata is a very northern part of Japan, very cold. You see so many snows when winter comes. So at that time, people would think that koi has to be bred and raised in such a cold area. However, through this experience, he realized that yes, breeding high quality Japanese koi, we still have to go to Niigata. But when it comes to growing those koi, we don't have to do it in Niigata. Actually, tropical areas like Taiwan, Okinawa actually are much more suitable for that purpose. And that experience actually is leading to our operation in Hawaii. Without that experience, I don't think we are here today in Hawaii. So in 2001, actually, this is me on the very left. And we decided to expand our business to the United States. That was almost 20 years ago. And and then 2006, we came to Hawaii for larger expansion. lot of people ask us why we expanded or we moved to the United States. That's actually because in 1990s, it was a huge. Japan was in huge recession. The business was really poor during the time. The economy was really bad, and it was so hard to sell koi. The only growing part of koi business was export. At the time, I was, being a export manager of my father's company. I was exporting a lot of koi to Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Europe, and of course, some to the United States. Uh, I think at the time, like 70 to 80% of the whole Japanese koi from Niigata were being exported outside Japan, and I think it is still the same. Majority of the Japanese koi are being exported outside Japan. So we have many choices. So we had to do something, and we had to focus on more export business. And I was thinking about Asia first, but I knew the Asia is too close to Japan. Once those Asian dealers start learning how to do everything, I know they're gonna start that us being just a middleman. I think they're gonna start dealing with breeders direct. So I knew the risk coming. And in the Europe, there was a huge distributors. So, and it was kind of far. So that's actually why we came to the United States. At the college, I have spent 2 years in New York, and that experience helped me to expand the business to the United States too. So we, again, because of all the reasons, we came to the United States and we moved our operation from California to Hawaii in 2006, which is 15 years ago. And now this is where we are. This is actually, we had to move once. So this is actually a second operation, second koi farm in Hawaii, but this is what we have. This is about size 6 acres. We have 30 ponds of 3,000 gallons. If you can see those smaller square ponds, this is all, each pond is 3,000 gallons. And if you look at those longer pond, this is 10,000 gallon. We have 52 ponds over here. I believe some of you have been to my farm, so I think And then I don't know if you can see here. Okay, yeah. So on the left side of the farm, we actually, this picture is from maybe 6 years ago. So this operation has looked a little bit more different right now, but you can see those 7 ponds on the left side. This is much bigger, deeper pond. Size vary, somewhere from 15,000 to 25,000 gallons. So this is where we keep the best of the best of our farm. We usually have somewhere from 18,000 to 35,000 koi in stock, all Japanese. And we have 19 employees working. And we partner breeders, we usually deal with 40 to 50 top breeders. In Japan, I think we have, it really depends on how you count them, but I think there are about 1,000 breeders in Japan. So these are top of the tops. And when we moved to Hawaii, or while I'm running this operation in Hawaii, there are 2 common questions I always get from customers. One is why we moved to Hawaii. The second question is, why don't you start breeding? Why do you just import and sell? To the first question, there are many actually reasons, but there are 2 main reasons. One is the weather. As you know, Hawaii is basically, we have no winters. It's always summer. In other words, we can feed them all year round. Water is always warm. When I was in California, that was great, but the water where I was in a desert area, so the water temperature fluctuates a lot. And when the water temperature fluctuates a lot, or when you have 4 different seasons, it's really hard to maintain the health. I mean, it's not difficult, but when you have the fluctuation of the water temperature, that stresses koi too. So when you have very stable water temperature like Hawaii, it's very easy to keep the health. And when the koi get sick, or whenever we have the koi coming in from Japan, koi will be very stressed, but in warm water it's very easy for them to recover their health. So that's one thing that we learned from running the business in Taiwan and also Okinawa in Japan. And also another reason is water quality. And sorry, I do not remember all the detailed parameters anymore, but when we decided to move to Hawaii, of course, we checked the water quality. We sent the samples to the lab, and all the numbers we got from the water, from the lab, was so close to that of the water quality in Niigata. So that was big deciding factor why we moved to Hawaii. And to another question is, why don't we breed? The answer is very simple, because it's not our mission. I mean, if you think about just making money, yes, breeding koi is not probably a bad idea. Breed koi and just sell them. Breeding koi doesn't really cost much. However, our mission is really not, yes, we have to make money, but more about introducing quality Japanese koi that, breeders in Japan bred to our customers in the United States. So that is why we are here. If we're just making money, then we don't really have to come to the United States. We could just stay in Japan and do something else. We came to the United States because we wanted to share the beauty of quality Japanese koi with our customers in the United States. It's our culture, Japanese culture, and this is, sharing the Japanese culture with the other countries, definitely worth while for our passion, actually. Okay, so this is our farm our operation in Hawaii. And we also have 2 retail stores. Actually, we have 3 stores in the mainland. One was the first one was in New Jersey, Kodama Koi Garden in New Jersey. However, because of COVID, it was so hard to send the people over and reopen. So for now, we closed the New Jersey store. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, this COVID thing is going to be under control, and we'll decide what to do next. But at this moment, we don't have the store in New Jersey. But those 2 stores are in operation now. One is in Florida. This koi store is located in Fort Lauderdale. So if you ever have a chance to go to South Florida, please make sure you visit. Or if you are from that area, please visit us there. And another one is here, Kodama Koi Garden, New York. This store is located in Long Island. So if you are around that area, please pay a visit to our farm, to our stores. Okay, so this is our mission. It's very simple. Make everybody happy with koi. We like to deliver healthy and fine quality Japanese koi from Japan to all the koi hobbyists around the world. In this case, especially for the people in the United States and South America. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, please leave any questions in the chat box so that we can go back there. Okay, so now we like to talk about the products and services that we offer. And of course, we are a koi dealer, so this is our main focus of our company. So I think there are 3 things that we are very strong at: quantity and quality of Japanese koi. Because we have this operation in Hawaii, we can, like I said, we usually stock somewhere from 18,000 to 35,000 Japanese koi. So we always have more choices than anybody else. And quality means that we just don't buy through brokers. Either myself or my father or my brother literally goes to Japan and handpick everything that we bring over to the farm. So I think that's our I think that will set us apart from the others. And those koi will be available at kodamakoifarm.com and kodamakoigarden.com. And we try to put all the pictures, available stock on the website. About how to use those, Brady is going to explain you later. And also breeders, meaning that the relationship with the breeders. This is definitely strength, big strong part of our company. Luckily, this is not something that I had to start from scratch. My father started the business 50 years ago, so we do have the history of the relationship. When you see the pictures over here, you can see all the breeders, and most of them actually. This is you can see that my father in the center. So this most of the breeders are in the second generation or third generation already, but we do at least have strong relationship with those breeders. And koi is not something that you can manufacture in a factory, so it's not like you can keep manufacturing koi. There is always a limit to the supply, so having a good relationship with them definitely help us to put our hands in the supply before than anybody else. So, and also, being a Japanese definitely helps. I think I'm the only Japanese koi dealer in the United States. So there is no language barriers. We can just call them up right away. There is no middleman between us and the breeders. So that smooth transactions definitely help us to get better quality koi for a cheaper price. And the health is definitely a big concern for everybody and for us too, because no matter how beautiful the koi is, if the koi is sick, you don't it's worthless basically. And before I talk a little bit about this KHV thing, let me show you this. This is a little bit shocking pictures. Actually, I had worse pictures, but this is probably one of the better pictures of the disaster that I had several years ago. I don't know how much you know about KHV. This stands for koi herpes viruses. KHV is a very dangerous virus, just like a COVID. But once it break out, it literally kills all or most of the population in your pond. So it's very hard to save them. And even though you are able to save them, the remainder will be carriers. In other words, you don't know when they're gonna start shedding the viruses to the others. So when you buy it, like hopefully you don't get it, but if you ever get it, even though you have some survivors, I usually recommend just kill them for the safety of the other koi. But it's your pond, and that's your decisions. But for me as a dealer, I just don't have that luxury. If I know that there is a KHV, if they, even whether there's a survivor or not, I just have to kill them for the safety of my other stock and also for the safety of our customers. So you can see every day, we've been scooping the dead koi. As a matter of fact, actually, we didn't lose that many. Well, we lost a lot from the KHV, but we had to kill more by ourselves just to eliminate all the potential exposure of the virus. And this is why you can see these. This is a Dr. Force from USDA and Dr. Yamazaki from the state. They actually help us to check every pond and to make sure that they're all, whether it's dangerous or healthy. So I think it took us the whole month to go through this process, and killed, we lost, I, I believe 35,000 or 3,500 koi, not just babies. I'm talking about 2 years old to like 5 years old. You can see. So because of that experience, I know how important it is to get the healthy koi in and ship the healthy koi out to the customers. So this is why we invested some money to get the PCR test for KHV. And I don't know about the other dealers, but I think we are one of the few dealers who actually have a PCR test device on site. So actually today, I'm actually getting a new shipment from Japan. So every time we bring the koi in, this is my brother, my farm manager, he will collect all the samples from the shipment and run the PCR right away on the same day, because that's when they get the stress the most. And make sure that every koi, every shipment, all the koi from every breeder are free from KHV. And we can do that on site. And then at the end of the quarantine, after 3-4 weeks, we will do it again. But this time, when I'm not going to use my own device, I don't trust my own thing. So actually, I collect the samples and send them to the lab, the third party, so that they can run the test, make sure that our koi are free from the virus. Then we can finally start sorting them out, and we can start sending those koi out to our customers. So I think we have a very strict protocol of quarantine at our koi farm. So that's really makes us separate from the others. Now, about the product, well, because I'm from Japan, because koi are from Japan, we try to carry as many good products from Japan as possible. Yes, we can get most of the product in the United States, but I had to get some of them from Japan. So koi food or the water conditioners, high silk is very famous. So that's what we carry. And my father has published 4 books so far. So the Kokugyo 1, Kokugyo 2, Kokugyo 3, and there is one more book about breeders. So these are all available on our website. And we do run a lot of koi events. Buying koi is fun, but we want to make that experience even more fun. So we do a lot of events. Right now we are doing a Sekiguchi grower contest. I started last February, and we are going to harvest this group at the end of this month. So we'll see how those grow-out koi is going to turn out. And we do the virtual koi shows. We have a Niigata koi tour. And then I believe my father always says that, showing koi, introducing koi is only a part of dealer's job. As a dealer, we have to guide customers. We have to sharing information, knowledge. We have to teach our customers. That's actually a very important part of dealer's job. So that's how my father has been teaching me how to be a better koi dealer. So this is why at our website, we try to share as much information. A lot of them, if you're in this hobby long enough, you might already know most of the information, but they're always beginners. So we try to stock up as much good information as possible on our website. We talk about water cycles, how about feeding, quarantine, and salt, how to use salt, that kind of information. Those information is available on our website. Just look for the kodamakoifarm.com/koi information. And then as a part of the sharing the information, we do a lot of seminars. We did in this winter, my father and I did the Kodama Koi Academy, 6 classes, 6 courses. And then I did a lot of koi talk. Today is a part of the koi talk. Well, oh, by the way, if you have any other breeders that you want me to feature, let me know. Just leave me those name of the breeders. After this, I'm gonna start planning for the next koi talk. And we do have a lot of Facebook. Right now I do a Facebook Live every Tuesday. I try to introduce at least one unique, beautiful koi through Facebook Live. So if you have a chance, please take a look at it. And if you cannot make it, we always have the recorded version on the Facebook. So it may be worthwhile for you to visit. So. Okay, so this is actually it. I just talk about the history of our farm, our operations, our mission, and the product and services that we offer to make your hobby even more fun. So, okay. So now I'll hand this over to Braden.
Okay, so hello everybody. So for my part 2, I'll be teaching you guys how to use the best of our Kodama website. So what we'll be going over is Kodama auction versus fixed price koi, how to navigate our website, search our inventory, and search by breeders and variety, how you can bid at our auction, koi requests if you can't find the koi that you're looking for on our website, wholesale, our koi sit guide, and also joining our newsletter, following us on YouTube and Facebook at the end. So for our Kodama auction, some of the perks of our auction is that there's 2 auctions a week. They both end on Wednesday and Sunday, and these right now usually feature around 80 koi per auction, and they're different koi for each auction, so you can check back regularly to see what we have available. And this is a great opportunity for you guys to buy koi below their estimated value, and you can bid against other people to get the koi that you want. However, there is risk that someone else may outbid you. And for this, you want to make sure you don't wait to the end to outbid, because there may be possibly several people bidding on the same koi at the end. And if someone does outbid you, you might not be able to have the chance to put in another bid after that. And also, there's less frequent events for our auctions, meaning there's not going to be as much promotions and stuff like that for auctions. However, on the other side, for fixed price, we have new koi uploaded less frequently, and we don't have a schedule like how we do for auction. And you purchase koi instantly, however, without the worry of someone else outbidding you. So that's the benefit of fixed price. And since we are doing fixed price, we do have more frequent events for you guys. So promotions and other events such as the study tatakoi that we just had and the current grow that we're doing with Taniguchi and Sekiguchi as well. So first, I'll be showing you guys how to search up by varieties on our website. So this is our homepage when you go to kodamakoifarm.com. And on the top left above the highlighted box, you see search koi. If you click the drop down box, you can go and click koi varieties with arrow points. And this will take you to this page. This is the top of our koi varieties page, which features our top koi varieties guide and other informational videos. Then if you scroll down a little bit down the page, you'll see this, and you'll see different varieties of koi. You'll see an image and a short bio of the different varieties. And then if you do click on the picture of these different varieties, you will be taken to an individual page where you can learn more about the variety and its history. So it'll just be that bio plus some more information going deeper into each variety. And also on the individual page, when you click on one of these individual varieties, you will see all the available koi that we have for that specific variety. So next we'll be looking at how to search our website by breeders. So right underneath the same place, underneath koi varieties is our koi breeders. And at the top of the page, when you click that, you'll see a little short description about the Niigata breeders. And then below that, just like the varieties, you'll see a picture of all the different breeders that we work with, their name, and a short description. And if you do click on the individual page, just like the varieties, you'll get to see more information. But these breeders pages are more in-depth than the variety pages. They go into their history, what they specialize in, and also if we do have a koi talk or a individual interview with them, it would also be on the page, so you can learn more about them. And just like the variety page, underneath all that, you'll be able to see all the available koi we have for that specific breeder. This is one of the features that make our website special. Not many other companies have this feature on top of their website where you get to learn more. And the connection that we have with these breeders between Taro and Mamoru, they allow us to give you this information that not many other companies do. So next, I'll be going into how to search for a specific koi that you would like on our website. So this time on our homepage, instead of clicking the drop-down arrow, you will just simply click the search koi button. And this tab will search all of our available koi. So not just fixed price and not just auction. This is going to be searching all the koi we have available. So at the top of the page, it will give you a short introduction to our auction and any updates that that happen that are different that you would need to know of. So as you can see at the bottom of that short description, we have a new shipping rates. Earlier this year, we had to increase our shipping rates. So we put that there to let our customers know. So below that short description, you'll see this gray box, which is our filter section. where you can filter out the koi to find exactly what you need. So this first filter that you see is by breeder. So it's basically the same thing as the other page that I just talked about. However, it's just going to show their name. So here, for example, if you want Dainichi Koi, you can put Dainichi Koi in here, and it will filter out to be only Dainichi Koi. The next one, the drop-down box you can do is by variety. As you can see, the top ones are Agoromo, Akabeko, and these are all by alphabetical order. But at the top by the magnifying glass, you can search for a specific one that you would like. Then the last 4 filters that we have, you can see the main box in the middle at the top is a price range. So if you have a specific price range that you're looking to buy koi, you can change that there. So for example, if you have a 1 to 2,000 budget, you can move the sliders to only include koi in that range. To the right of that, we have the inches filter. So if you want a koi, let's say from 10 to 12 inches, you can do so as well. Then below that, the box that says search by price type, that's where if you only want auction or only want fixed price koi, you can do so there. If you leave that blank, the search results will show both auction and fixed price koi that we have that fit the criteria that you put in. And lastly, search by sex, that's if you want specific female or male. And of course, at the end of you putting in your search requirements, click the filter button and it will refresh and show all the koi that meet all the criteria that you searched for. Here's an example that I did here. I put Dainichi Koi, Kohaku, and female. And as you can see in the picture to the left, 3 koi were currently available on our website that met the requirements. So as you can see here, we have a Ginrin, Tancho, Kohaku. So when you choose a broad variety like just Kohaku, it's going to show all the available koi that fall under that category. So that includes Ginrin, Tancho, Hiranaga, and Doitsu, and anything else anything that's considered a Kohaku will fall under this broad category. And as you can see in the big picture in the top right, it says sort by price, low to high. So as you can see left to right, the price increases. Here you can sort by things such as low to high to low, alphabetical order, or what was uploaded most recently. Also, another feature on our koi pages, our catalog pages, is as you can see in the picture, our price, breeder, and varieties are all highlighted in blue. You can actually click on those, and if you wanted to, if you click on the breeders, it'll take you to the Dainichi page that I mentioned earlier. And if you want to search the variety, you can just click on that variety and it'll show you all the available koi in those varieties. So next, I'll be showing you guys how to bid at our auction. So on the main home page at the top bar, if you click on the auction button, it will take you next to this page, which is our koi catalog page. So this page is just going to be all of the available koi side by side so you can compare them. And as you scroll down, there'll be around 20 koi per page. So next, if you do click on the koi image on the catalog page, it'll take you to an individual product page where you can see more details. For example, you can see the little picture of the Miyatora auction. That means this koi is a part of an event that we're currently putting on. And also if there's any notes that we make available on top of the koi, it will be available right underneath. So you can see on this koi, it says note he on fin. So it just lets you guys know that there is something that something there for you to take note of. Below that in the red dotted box, you'll be able to see how much time is remaining. And if you go down a little more, you'll see the current bid. Below that, you'll be able to place your bid. And then at the very bottom, you'll be able to also add it to your watch list. Not shown on this screen though. If you scroll down a little bit farther, if the koi does have a video, you'll be able to view the video there and get a better look at the koi. So basically, next to place a bid, As you can see where this little pointer is, you can click up and down if you're gonna do small increases, and you can place your bid amount there. You can also click the arrows or the plus and the minus sign on the side, or you may also type it in, and then you would obviously click the bid button on the side. And to make sure there are no mistakes on your screen in your browser, after you click bid, a little message like at the bottom right should pop up to make sure that you are placing the right amount and that you want to place a bid. Because bids are all final. If you do place a bid and you want to remove it at the end, you have to pay a restocking fee. Also, another cool feature that we have on our website is max bid. So you can see this koi is currently at $300. If you really want this koi and you're willing to go to, let's say, $400, you can add $400 inside the box and click bid. However, it's not gonna immediately raise the bid to 400. It's only gonna increase it to 310. And every time you're outbid, the website will remember that you placed the $400 bid. So it'll keep bidding for you in increments of 10 every time you get outbid. But once it reaches 400, it will then stop bidding for you. So next, if you weren't able to search and find the koi after hours of searching and you didn't find the koi that you want, you can also go back to that search koi drop down, and second from the bottom, you can click on request koi. This will then take you to a request koi form where you can then enter your name, email, and phone number. This will allow us, our sales rep, Erin, to get in contact with you to learn more about your situation. And below that, you can enter what koi you want. For this example, I put one of my favorites, a black Ginun Aragoke, in the description, and that lets us know what kind of koi you're looking for and just gives us a general idea to what to expect. Below that, you'll put in the size range that you want, and below that, your price range. And finally, as you can see for number 7, you can put images. So if you have an image, you saw it online or something like that, you can save that image and put it here so we can get a visual representation of what you're looking for. And this just helps Erin understand what you're looking for and just makes the job easier for her. And lastly, so you can submit the request, and hopefully within the next week, Erin will get in contact with you and hopefully find the koi that you're looking for. So next, for those of you who have a koi business or are looking to get into the koi business, we do have a wholesale program. So to sign up for that, you would go to our main page as well, and in the top right, click on wholesale sign up. At this page, you're gonna need to enter your name, your business name. You do need a legitimate business to become a part of the wholesale program. Enter your email and phone so we can contact you, the state that your business is in, and then lastly, what you're looking for. And after that, once again, Erin handles wholesale as well, and she'll get in contact with you to make sure you're a good fit for our wholesale program, and then things will go from there. Next, we'll be going over our koi health info. So once we click on the drop down arrow under blog on the top menu bar and go to koi health, it will take you to this page. And over the past few decades, we've been able to pick Mamoru and Taro's brains to gather some of the best information you'll find out there. And we created these articles to help transfer that information over to you guys so you guys can take care of your koi. So the 4 categories that we have are koi food and feeding articles, quarantine and diagnosis articles, preparation and treatment articles, and lastly, pond environment biology articles. So here you can click on each one of these pictures or the read more tab, and it'll take you to the actual article where you'll be able to access this information and learn more about how to keep your koi healthy and just in general the koi hobby. And that's it for our website. Thank you for coming to our koi talk. If you guys would like to stay up to date with emails, You can sign up for our newsletter at kodamakoifarm.com. Also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/kodamakoifarm. As Taro mentioned earlier, he does go live and showcase koi every Tuesday, but also we do post on there daily with different promotions that are going on, reminding you when auctions are ending, and also just spotlighting some of the blogs that we have on our website. And then lastly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/kodamakoifarm, where we do upload some of the Facebook Lives and other informational videos that will help you out in your koi hobby.
Thank you, Braden. I hope you learn how to use our website. This website is actually relatively new. We've been using the old website for more than 10 years. And about 3 years ago, we switched the system and moved into this new website. So this is still evolving. So, we just try to have as many inventories as possible and try to make the search as easy as possible so that you can find your dream koi easily. So again, if you have any feedback, any suggestions how we can improve our website, please just send us an email. And by the way, he's been mentioning the name Erin. She is one of our sales representative, and she helps me. So she's like my sales assistant. So she she talked to the customers, and whenever she has those requests, we always share the informations, and I try to help. I try to, together with Erin, we try to help find a nice koi for you. So, okay, and let me see. Now we have some time, so let's go to some questions. So, how many mud ponds did your father have in Japan? We did not own any mud ponds. In Japan, too, he was not really until he goes to Taiwan or Okinawa. He has been a dealer. So all the ponds that we had was a concrete ponds, and I grew up at that koi shop. So I don't. He had probably over 100. So I remember every summer he opened one of the pond, and I used that pond as a swimming pool with my brother. So uh, and what issues are you dealing with when shipping koi to customers outside of Hawaii? We don't really have any issues. Now we pretty much know what to do. The only issue that could have happened is with UPS. We use UPS to ship koi, and sometimes there's a weather delay or mechanical failure of the airplane, and the koi gets stuck in the middle. So sometimes it does happen. And as a matter of fact, last weekend with the Mother's Day, there was a few delay of the packages, but we pack them so well. So koi can usually stay up, can probably make it to like 40 hours. So most of the time they will make it to the 2 days. So that's probably the only possibilities. But also we also working with the UPS, we do also have insurance too. So I think it was a 3%. So if you buy $1,000 koi, and you pay $30 to insure the value of the koi. If it is not weather related, if it is a clearly UPS fault, then UPS is going to refund us money, refund you the money. So, and how do you determine the estimate value for the auction? What are the factors? The factors of the value, the same. Breeders, beauty, the rarity, and body and beauty is actually body conformation, pattern, quality. It just goes the same. And right now my brother and my office manager, Maria, who has been working with me for over 15 years, so they are the one who are putting the prices. And regarding registration questions, what makes you decide if koi should go on auction or sold regularly? That's a really good question. Um, it really depends on how my brother feels on the day. He could put the, he sold the ponds. He just decide, okay, this is going to go auction. This koi is going to go to fixed price. So there is no definite rule. But for the fixed price, we try. usually I put a higher quality. I put higher quality koi in a fixed price koi section. Where can I buy a cheap and Japanese grown quality kois? I'm from the Philippines, by the way. What are the parameters in setting up a mud pond for kois? Thank you. Oh, this is a very difficult questions. Where can I buy cheap and Japanese grown quality kois? Well, if you can fly over to Japan, then you can probably buy koi cheap from the pet shops. Um, Other than that, if you try to get them in Philippines, that's gonna be sorry. I don't know much about Philippines. I'm sorry, I cannot answer this question. How can I get a good koi? Looking forward to okay. Well, in general, I mean, to I guess it goes to the same to anything. To buy a good quality koi, I think you need to deal with a good dealers. You know, if you know a good dealer, good brokers, you should be able to get good quality koi. Just find somebody that you can trust. Find somebody who has access to the quality koi in Japan, who has a good relationship with Japanese breeders, and most importantly, make sure that that dealer that you deal with have a good system of the quarantine, good quarantine system, because again, you know, no matter how beautiful the koi is, if the koi is not healthy, you know, it just troubles you. So find a good dealer to find a good koi. And do you breed koi at the farm, or is the business only imported koi from Japan? Yes, I do only import koi. Like I said, it's not really what we are here for. You know, I'm from Japan, and we came all the way to the United States because I wanted to share the beauty of the Japanese koi. It's not really my thing to breed koi here. And okay. And also, do you think you will be buying koi from other breeders in Japan, like Momotaro? It's a possibility. Right now, Niigata, it's just for the convenience. You know, in if you go to Niigata, all the breeders are in one locations, so you can just shop uh, with the breeders very easily. And I have not purchased koi from Momotaro for decades, but it doesn't mean that I will not buy them. So if there is any request, I will certainly look for the opportunity. So yeah, I mean, if you belong to a koi club, and if the club needs any informations or any donations, I'm always happy to support the koi club activities. So just shoot us an email. Difference between Japanese koi and domestic koi. Um, I guess scientifically speaking, it's the same species, but I think the beauty is different. I think Japanese koi is really designed for growing and at the same time maintain the beauty. Again, it's just my perspective. I could be wrong. I could be very subjective, but I think domestic koi in general, I don't think they can grow really big. And even though they grow big, I don't think they can really maintain the beauty of it. On the other hand, Japanese koi, this is something that the breeders have been working on for hundreds of years. So they've been trying to make the koi as big as possible, and they try to make sure that the beauty will remain, the colors, patterns, or better yet, they try to improve the pattern, the coloration as the koi grows. So Japanese koi is a lot more sophisticated, I believe, and also the process of the breeding is very different. In my opinion, again, I could be very subjective. I've not really been to domestic koi breeders, so I don't know much. But I think the culling is very different. Japanese breeders, if you have like 100 koi, Japanese breeders may keep only top 5, because they have a very strict standard for the beauty. Maybe the domestic breeders, because they just want to sell them, so they may keep 50%, they may just call out the rest of the 50. So that really that really makes a huge difference in terms of the quality. Again, I'm sorry if you know anybody who does domestic breeding. I don't know much about it. It's just my general impression, but I can guarantee you that the quality of the koi is definitely way better, in Japanese koi. Okay, why did you stop shipping koi to Canada? I didn't really ship. I didn't really stop it. It's actually Canada stopped it. Since KHV, the koi herpes virus, broke out several years ago in Canada, and they found out that the koi came from the United States. It's not me. At the time, I was not shipping koi to Canada, and they really raised the bar about importing koi from the United States. So right now, literally, it's almost impossible to bring to for me to export koi to Canada. Well, a domestic koi, the U.S. domestic koi is okay. There is no restriction, so they can still ship. But the Japanese koi is very difficult. So I'm a new koi enthusiast. I had some trouble with stress, even death, after adding bacteria from Niigata mud. The koi were doing much better. Do koi from Japan need specific bacteria to thrive? What are the benefit of Niigata bacteria for over the other strains? I'm not sure which bacteria he is talking about. He might be talking about Niigata water bio. That's a bacteria product from Japan. It's stress is, it's all about the environment, just like people. If the environment, in this case, water quality, if the water quality is poor, koi gets stressed, and when the koi gets stressed, the koi can easily get sick or die. So we just have to make sure that we have a very well established nitrogen cycle, and this Niigata water bio helps to establish the cycle. So for this one, for this topic, I have a very good article in my blog, so you may want to take a look at it. Is it possible to buy? Okay, is it possible to buy a koi through Kodama and grow it out in a mud pond, Japan? Yes, it is possible. Of course, that in that case, the koi has to be in Japan. So say if you want to look for a nice Showa from Isa or from other breeders, just let me know. Then I'll find the Showa and then send you the videos, pictures. And if you like it, then I'll negotiate with the breeders so that koi can stay in Japan. So it's certainly possible. And but one thing that I want you to know is that boarding koi in Japan is definitely fun. It's very exciting, especially when you see the koi come, say you're putting like 16 inches koi, and in fall you see the koi coming out like a 22 inches. And beautiful. That's exciting. But please understand that breeders are leaving them in the nature, so he cannot really control. And the koi are living creatures, so they can't control life or death of koi. Sometimes, with no reason, as you know already, if you're a hobbyist, koi just die. Or sometimes raccoon come and they'll just grab the koi. So there is always a risk, and the risk is with the customers. So when you decide to board the koi with the breeders, and even with us, we are assuming that you know the risk, you are taking the risk. Sometimes there is a program offered from the breeders saying that, we do offer free boarding, and if koi dies, they will replace it at their discretion. Sometimes they do have that kind of promotions, but otherwise the risk is all with us. So I just want you to know that. Okay, great. Okay, great. So are there any other questions? Are we good? Okay, so thank you very much again for joining us at this Kodama Koi Talk. And we will be planning for the next one. And actually this month and next month, we will be planning about the koi food and also a koi water quality seminar. So that's more for the beginners. But if you're interested, please join us again. Okay, so thank you very much. I'll see you again.